Nothing fell.
Raisin Man Arena, January 10th, 2023.
Welcome, everybody. I just ate I'm in the process of eating an entire sleeve of saltines. So that will be good. By
Did
the end,
you start the
finished.
saltines now?
Yeah, like right when you called me out.
And how far in are you on the sleeve?
I'd say I'm about
Show it to the camera. Show it to the camera.
halfway done. But yeah.
Wow, you really...
That I'll feel... With each bite, I feel better and better, and by the end, I'll feel great because all of this will be in my stomach.
Don't you wish that it was all... Like, if you imagine the sleeve and it's separate sort of loaves, or not separate slices, don't you wish it was all one baguette? Right? You really are eating kind of one baguette.
So,
of, like, the worst, most air-filled bread you could...
And it will all fit inside of my arm by the end of my stomach because it's long.
Yeah.
How are you, Felipe? Welcome, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. Sarah's not here today. It was her birthday. Happy birthday to Sarah on Saturday.
Happy birthday to Sarah on Saturday.
Or Friday?
Who knows? Yeah.
But anyway, so she's busy.
She's busy.
Preparing a party for her
Preparing a
birthday.
party. Yeah. And, you sort of in and out suffers from mental illness. So, we can't help it if sometimes, she needs to dip or she feels overwhelmed or things like that. That's all part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Plus, everybody's getting COVID.
Everyone's getting COVID too? Yeah.
I don't want to out whoever because somebody got COVID and it kind of fucked up. Yeah, did you not see on their story? I wonder if I can say it. Wait, let me see.
I don't really watch people's stories that much. It's a kind of end of the day.
I honestly, I'm trying to not care so much about whose business I put out there, but I don't want. Let me see.
Wow, it does look like Sarah's preparing a lot for this meal. So I take back the thing about mental illness.
Did you know Julia got COVID and she can't do her show tomorrow?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's really sad about it. Whatever, I can just ask her later and take it out if she doesn't want it in there. But the theater knows, so it's not going to it's not like I'm...
We have nothing to do except put out other people's business on our podcast.
I know. That's the only value add.
Woe to anyone who's friends with us, because that's basically what we do.
So everybody's getting COVID. Sarah is having her birthday / mental health. Me? I'm doing just fine.
Yeah. Some sexual assault allegations came out against Callaghan.
And we talked about him last episode.
Yeah.
All gas, no brakes.
This will be like an update, I guess.
It is an update on the last episode.
But yeah, I think we're kind of anti-cancel culture on the podcast.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm fully on there, and I
Do you want to talk a little bit about why? Or like what you've been listening to that is...
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, I've been listening to this podcast called Fucking Canceled. And they just they're these two people who are anti-cancel culture, and they mount a good argument against it, and I'm quite convinced. And they're pretty thorough, and I think they're pretty morally consistent and serious. So I'm just like, oh yeah, it doesn't. I just don't. I would when I saw that the allegations came out, I was like, oh, I hope we're on to a next step, and maybe we are. Maybe nothing will. Maybe he won't be punished, but I'm also I don't know. Maybe we're still in that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you hear that? If anyone tries to cancel you, you can post the link to a 22-part podcast.
Yeah.
That will take 14 hours to listen to.
Correct.
And that should pretty much sum up everything you feel, if you are being canceled. So.
Yeah. But I didn't like the movie for different reasons.
Yeah.
I didn't like him for formal reasons.
We're canceling him because the movie's
he
bad.
should never work in Hollywood again because his movie was bad. Not because of sexual assault allegations.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
All right. Can people hear me okay? Yeah, let's see. So how are you feeling? What are you doing? You're working
Good.
a lot.
I'm just working, in my room all the time. Yeah. I was like trying to draw hands this morning and just really getting stuck drawing hands.
Classic
I know
problem.
it's silly because it is a classic problem, but some days I feel like I can really just like push out a bunch of hands, and some days, it's just like every finger eludes you.
Yeah. Each finger like a worm slithering away.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you taking photos of hands?
No.
If you take a photo of a hand, you just draw it.
It's true, but then it's like the photo, and then you have to like get it onto your computer, or I don't know. Sometimes it feels like a lot of work, and then you always feel like you're 15 seconds away from like cracking it, and you're like, oh, if I just start over, and then
the gambler's dilemma.
Yeah, and
the
then
gambler's dilemma.
You keep starting over with that hand, and it's just a nightmare.
And if you just put in the initial work of I'm going to take the photos, I'm going to upload them to Dropbox, it's going to be a little bit of work, but it's going to go smoother. But then you're like, no, this next one, you're like a tweaker. This next one, the hand's going to be right. This next one, I'm going to get the fucking hand right.
Yeah. They should have made the human body easier to draw. Mm-hmm. We should have all had little mittens or something.
Mm-hmm. I remember I took a figure drawing class, and the teacher said the human body, it was something like, was designed by God to be beautiful. And only through figure drawing can we understand that.
Whoa. Wow. Were you in like an Islamic madrasa or something?
And he's like, and that's why we cannot depict it.
That's kind of cool. It's one of those things too that is hard to fake, because your eye is so used to seeing human bodies that you can immediately tell when something is like misproportioned, but it's very hard to draw, like to recreate, but like easy to see when it's wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whereas like a building is kind of like, you can mess it up a little bit, and people are, I think, kind of get it, you know?
Or like a Navi. If something's wrong with a Navi, James Cameron can always come out and say, well, you never seen a Navi, so you don't know if I fucked up this shot.
Right. Oh, we should talk about that movie, because we've both seen it.
We did both see it. I really liked it.
Yeah.
But you know what the thing is? It's like, it's kind of a meme to like it. So I'm like...
Is it really?
Yeah, it's kind of a meme to like it. And so I'm like, am I liking this ironically? I think I genuinely liked it. I don't know if I would have liked...
Because of Chapo?
I guess so. And it's kind of an internet thing. Like them and their like orbit or whatever. So I'm like, I talked to two people who are friends of mine who are like, no, it's bad or it's stupid to want to see it. And I was like, wait, no, it's not.
Really?
But I liked it.
Wow. But you're so easily kind of swayed by your friends.
It's so important to me what other people think about me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
No, totally. It's a meme to like it.
Yeah. It's mid.
It's a meme to watch it.
It's a meme. It's just a meme.
It's a meme. You don't know what that means.
It's just a fucking meme.
It's like a meme.
It's like a total meme. And then I come to you, I'm like, Sam, it's just like a meme. I don't...
Because it's hard, because sometimes memes are good and funny, and sometimes memes are bad. So it's hard when someone says it's a meme to do something. Sometimes that can be good.
Yes.
Anyways, just kind of reflecting on this.
No, it's true. It's true. I'm trying to think of a meme that is an example to be good.
Yeah.
What is a meme that is an example to be good?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, memes are funny, I guess. So like in and of themselves, existing on their own, they're good. But I guess when you do something from a meme, it's bad.
Right. If you like something because it's a meme, like pineapple pizza. You know what's one meme that I'm kind of tired of, and I have kind of a screed against it? And then we can talk about Avatar. We are going to talk about Avatar.
Okay. But screed first.
Screed against this. The girls revival. Everybody like loves girls now.
Oh.
Do you know about this?
Oh, yes.
Everybody's all about girls. You know what my thing is? I always liked girls. Like, I mean,
really?
I'll say this. I've only seen the first season, but when I saw it, I liked it. And then when we were in college, 2012 through like 16, it was uncool to like Lena Dunham.
Yeah.
And liberals didn't like her because she was problematic, because she was this like rich, clueless white woman. And she said all these problematic things. And conservatives didn't like her because she was a lib. So she did the pantsuit anthem for like Hillary Clinton. So everybody hated her. Meanwhile, I was like, no, it's a good, at least the first season of Girls, it's good. It's just good. It's just good TV. Like it's a good show.
It's straight up good.
It's
you guys.
Straight up good.
And you can't argue with good.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like a classical painting.
Now, Gen Z people and like even millennials, because there's this whole like New York in the early 2000s revival.
Yeah.
And because there's kind of like this anti-woke thing happening. Like, you know, dime squarey kind of people are like, she rocks, she fucking rocks.
Yeah.
And it's like those kind of people were really anti her, I think. Like as a good example being that like the Red Scare girls made fun of her and called her a human beanbag or something. Just as a demonstrative example.
Damn, they called her that?
Yeah, they called her that. And now everyone's like, oh my God, she's actually good. She's actually good. She's actually good. I'm like, bro, she was good. You have the veil.
Right.
You're veiled and you couldn't actually just see the value of it. And now you're liking her as a meme. So people, I've seen this on dating apps. People are like, you have to agree that Girls is actually genius. I'm like, I knew that. You're not shocking me by saying that. I've always known that. I just don't have the veil. And the veil is both the wokeness. Oh my God, she's like a clueless white woman. And the stupid conservative thing. They're both the veil.
Yeah.
So I'm mad that there's this revival as if it was like really cool and interesting to think it was a good show. It's always been a good show.
Yeah.
She's like a weird, lame, corny woman, kind of, except now it's like kind of cool to be whatever kind of corny she is. That doesn't matter to me, but the show was good. So that's what I think about that.
Was she like, Felipe's looking low-key nice with his chartreuse sweatshirt.
You know, it's not chartreuse, it's actually fluoride green, but the way the light is hitting it is making it look chartreuse.
Alex says chill. Was there like she sort of like I guess famously she did this, but she like show ran and wrote the whole thing, right?
I believe so, yes.
There wasn't like another person behind
That's a good
it.
question. I think she show ran it. Yeah, I'm not sure.
A Larry David type.
Sure. A Larry David type. I understand what you mean. I'm not sure if she had kind of like I think she wrote the episodes, like all the good episodes.
It's crazy to be like 25 and then come out with a whole season of really good television.
Well, as an example, I remember reading that most of the Broad City episodes were written by this like team, this husband and wife team.
Really?
I think
a husband-wife team?
Yes,
wow.
There was an article about them on like New York Magazine. It's like they're writing most of the stuff.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, someone correct me if that's wrong, but I remember reading this.
Wait, that bursts the whole bubble of like the power of those two.
No, I think they still
improved some of the lines.
I don't know. I feel bad because I don't want to like throw them under the bus, but
yeah,
that's what I read, that there was this husband and wife team that like kind of wrote.
Damn, that's pretty damning.
Most of the episodes.
Wow. Yeah. Well, you weren't like, Felipe, I knew you in college, and you weren't like a Girls is great in college. Like you didn't. I never heard you say.
I didn't talk about it because
you knew it was bad.
No.
You were scared.
I didn't talk about it.
You don't, Felipe. You don't get to claim it now if you were too scared to claim it then.
Well, I'll give you an example. When I started dating Sarah, and not Sarah Wilson, but my girlfriend Sarah in college, she was watching Girls. This was in 16 or yeah. She started watching from the beginning. I remember being like, yeah, that's a good show. It's good. I mean, I didn't talk about it because who cares? Why would I talk about it?
If you're Sarah Winnick and you're listening right now, you have to confirm this.
Yeah,
okay?
You should. I mean, she's going to confirm in like 2 weeks or something. But it's true. I was like, it's a good show. I liked it. Because I don't like to be insincere.
It's a good show. Looking out the window.
Yeah, exactly.
For if my girlfriend at the time was going to come kill you.
Wait, fuck you. Pedro's in there. Pedro's saying, I didn't know. He's fucking, no, he's
now
wrong.
Pedro is saying that Felipe had a stand-up bit in college where he said Girls is bad.
It's not true. Pedro's doing a bit. I didn't have that. My stand-up was not like that in college.
So Girls is bad, right? We can all agree to that.
So yeah, you liked Avatar?
I loved Avatar. Yeah. It's like a nature documentary that's disguised as an action movie, and I really liked that part. It was so relaxing to just be like, okay, here's how there's going to be 20 minutes of them figuring out how to ride the like dolphin. Then there's going to be another 20 minutes where they like discover the different kinds of fish that are in the coral reef. One where they go to the deep end of the coral reef and they see bigger, more dangerous fish. And I was like, I could have a 10 episodes of this.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there were moments that I was like, this is kind of like a video game. Because every animal was like a power-up. It's like with this one, you can fly and swim. This one, you can breathe underwater.
Yeah, you right. You still have to hit that like tier of escalation, even when it's something as simple as like showing the different kinds of animals.
Right. They're all in the context of them training they're learning the way of water.
Yeah. And I like that it was kind of Caribbean themed, and that the people in it looked sort of like Dominican. That's
what Carly said, that they were Dominican, but I thought they looked Pacific Islander. They had the face tats.
Right. Well, it's kind of a mixture of different sort of in the tropics.
Sure.
Like in that zone of Cancer, below the Tropic of Cancer.
Correct.
Like a lot of peoples.
Sure. A lot of peoples. A lot of folks.
They kind of meshed them together.
Yes.
Those folks.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody's got every kind of hair style.
Totally. Which is good. We like to see all the hairstyles.
It's true.
It's not clear what the tree Na'vi, what they were based off of. But they were maybe kind of...
Carly said that they were supposed to be African.
Yes.
And this is Carly's words, not my words.
And Carly has COVID.
Carly has COVID.
Yeah, they were kind of African, or kind of, dare I say it, like a little sort of like Maasai. You know, they're like really tall and thin.
Or maybe, I don't know. It is, you're right, it's a mix. I was about to start naming different tribes, but it's not.
Which is always good.
It's starting to get into a place where I don't feel like I need to deepen that one.
No, deepen. Yeah.
No, because I was going to say they're also sort of Native American inspired, the tree Na'vi.
Yeah.
Right? Even in the sort of dances with wolves. Like in the first movie, that's what everyone compared it to.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, they are kind of Native American too. True. It'd be funny if there was like white European Na'vi that they meet and they have like powdered wigs.
Yeah, I know. I kept saying that. I was like, they got to go to the city Na'vi. Set up cars and stuff. Yeah, but apparently the next one are going to be lava Na'vi.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm thinking like, well, there's not really lava people. There are people who live on the beach.
I wonder what culture they'll sort of appropriate from.
Which are the lava people.
Yeah.
But maybe you are running out of biomes. Well, desert Na'vi would be cool, but then again, you can't show lushness in the desert, right? Like these movies are about these like lush environments. Desert.
And how they're beautiful, and they want to make us live there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be cool if it was kind of like New Mexico, you know, like long stretches of highway and like a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If they had Tex-Mex, then the desert could be cool.
That would be kind of fire.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. The lava Na'vi, not sure what it's going to be.
No, but you're right. And I'm thinking like Wyoming Na'vi.
Yeah, that's true. It'll be all about sunsets then. James Cameron knows what he's doing.
I know. I trust him. We're in his hands. But he is going to run out of biomes, and pretty soon he's going to have to do kind of like, you know, much thinner, you know, like steppe Na'vi, you know, the steppe, like Mongolian. Yes. And then people are going to be like, what the fuck is the steppe? Yeah, and then the movie will have to explain what the steppe is. And they're like, okay, that's the steppe. So these are like, that's what those are.
Right, right.
Know? Savannah Na'vi. I guess Savannah, but Savannah is also kind of like.
And they might do a tundra one, which will also be like hard to get people convinced, you know.
There's less animals up there. Well, no, you could get like polar bears and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those would be the animals that they ride and stuff.
His arms are thin. They are not right for the tundra.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, no, I thought it was fun. I thought it was riveting. It was like an epic kind of Hollywood film, and I liked. It had a kind of uncomplicated moral. You know, it's like they're never gonna. I mean, the Na'vi like kind of. I was gonna say the movie's like pretty careful not to make you too upset. Obviously, the humans are bad, but there's very few times when you see Na'vi die at the hands of humans. I was like watching in all the fight scenes. Very few times you see a Na'vi die.
Yeah.
You never see them get like kind of shot at point blank range.
Which is why I went.
That's what I was hoping to see.
Clipboard, and I was counting how many times are they going to get shot at point blank range. bench with a sawed off. I was waiting for the main character to take a sawed off shotgun and stick it in Navi's mouth and pull the trigger so his brains splatter out against the wall behind him.
What was that? That was the whole third act. Like you think it's like leading to this like final this like killing of the humans, and it's just one guy just wasting. Like the movie just changes allegiances.
Just a Navi like on their knees and a person behind them just executes them.
Well, I mean, there are moments in the movie that are like, there's this moment that's supposed to like evoke like Vietnam where they like burn their houses with like a flamethrower.
Yes.
And there's like a moment where they have them on their knees and they're always trying to be like, there's moments where the humans are like, show them we're not fucking around. Yeah. Right? The humans are always trying to be like, I want to show you I'm not fucking around. Yeah. But they never go as far as to just be like, I wasted your kid. Like the colonel, I mean, whatever, spoilers, but he keeps like grabbing Sully's kids and being like, I'm gonna do it. I'm like, why doesn't he fucking do it?
Yeah.
The movie's careful not to upset you too much.
That's true. Is it R? Did it get an R rating?
I don't remember. And then also you never see, like the Na'vi do fight with each other. There are like, but it's like, well, actually I was gonna say it's like, it seems like a pretty utopic world, but no, actually when they arrive to the water people, they're like they're like, no, don't come here, and kind of mean to them.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Carly got... Do you want to keep talking about this? I was going to mention the thing that got said in the chat.
Yeah, mention it. I don't know what it is.
Mind of Jason is obsessed with Carly.
Who's Mind of Jason?
He's this sort of Twitter personality. He's just a strange guy. How can you describe him? He's just like a weirdo, like an internet weirdo, but he has he's like a kind of an internet connoisseurs, like the kind of weirdo that internet connoisseurs know a lot about. And he like, I think he's unwell. He'll like get on camera and it's like his room is dark and he just has like the phone flash on his face and he seems like wasted and he's just like talking about stuff, but he posts kind of naughty memes. I don't really know what like his funniest thing is, but I just know he's famous. Mind of Jason.
Well, congratulations, Carly, that an unwell man from the internet is now interested in you. That is hurdling a high bar. A man with mental illness who's very online is interested in Carly now. No, that's cool. That's great. We love we love shout outs. We love people getting their internet clout, so keep it up.
But he's been replying to her. She posted this picture of herself with the like glowing eyes. Mm-hmm. And he was like, why are you looking at me so hard? And he had like little crying laughing emoji. And then he just reposted one of her stand-up clips and he was like, who is this crying laugh emoji, crying laugh emoji, crying laugh emoji?
Whoa, nice.
And he's been liking all her posts.
Nice.
He's been like following
That's great.
Carly.
That's great. A guy going through
the media tab.
Through her media tab, liking all her posts. Yeah. We love to see that. No, I just retweeted one of Carly's stand-up bits and I think maybe it was probably the one that he retweeted because it's like, it seems like it's doing pretty well.
Was it the one about
sleeping
during
bedtime,
nap time? Yes. Let me see. Can someone tell me why is he so famous? There's plenty of weirdos online, but why is he famous? Jason, Mind of Jason. He makes memes of his own face.
I don't like seeing abusers get platforms. In my opinion.
Ooh.
What are you watching? Oh, you're watching the Andrew
Callahan thing. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Did he respond?
I don't know.
Looking at our Twitters.
Yeah, sorry. One last thing about Avatar is they do AAVE in it, right?
Do they?
When they say like cuz.
Sometimes it's funny because different characters have different accents.
Yes.
Like Jake Sully has one kid that speaks like sort of standard American, and then he has one kid that sounds like he's African.
Yes.
I guess because his wife has the accent, everyone has kind of a different accent going on.
Yeah. James Cameron said, guys, you can do whatever
have
accent
fun.
you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. That's fine. Keep going.
Yeah, it's kind of like this multicultural world.
Yeah, exactly.
But even within the water, people all had different accents. It's like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because even in our life, there's people who have different accents.
That's true.
You know,
That's
our
true.
friend group, they all have different. Sarah has kind of a Baltimore accent. You and me, we have kind of New England accents. I have kind of a Latino accent.
Hello. That's how I sound.
Mm-hmm.
You what? Right. The Baltimore accent's like,
Yeah.
yo, crab cakes, yo.
Something
right?
like that. No, you're sounding kind of Californian.
Yeah, that's true.
SoCal.
Right, yeah.
Did you eat snacks while watching Avatar? Oh, bro, I had an Impossible Burger while watching Avatar in honor of nature.
Yeah.
The movie really
That's
moved me
right.
to have an Impossible
I
Burger.
heard that James Cameron is a vegan and he calls it future
food or future diet or something.
Which is not cool.
Yes.
He's trying to make it cool by saying because vegan's so loaded, I guess. But yeah, he calls it future dieting or something, and because that's how everyone's going to eat in the future.
Do you think so? Do you think if there was like a team of like EPA people that came to the door and they knocked and they said, "Let me look through your fridge. Let me see if you have meat," would you let them in? Because they're like, "We're not eating meat." Biden sent down the decree. It's Biden's 4th term consecutive. He's sending out the EPA thugs. They're at the door. If you have meat, we're taking you right to
Guantanamo.
Taking you right to Rikers. So let me look through your fridge.
What's the question?
Would you let them in?
Would I let them in?
Or would you be like, no?
No, I'd stand my ground.
Okay.
I'd fight and kill them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, sure, I'd let them in. I think in the future, everyone's going to be eating the way they eat in, like, Puerto Rico, which is, like, they just eat, like, snacks and junk food that's, like, imported because they, like, live on an island.
Is that really how they eat
and
there?
all their food is, like, exported. Yeah.
How do you know that?
All those Caribbean countries have, like, their diets are really tough because they, like...
But they don't import good
because
stuff?
of NAFTA, they, like... Their island, their entire diet looks like is like a 7-Eleven aisle.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Can I get a saltine?
And I think that's where we're all headed. It's really hard. It's really expensive to get like good produce in the Caribbean. The only cheap, like affordable stuff is just like snack food. It's like Twizzlers and like Twinkies.
Have you ever been? How did you find that out?
I'm just guessing.
Sure.
I don't know.
Okay.
No. I've been, not to every Caribbean country, but
sure.
I think it's a problem with like small island nations.
What about the Bahamas where they have all the NFT money?
No, they eat good over there.
Right,
They're
because they do have
T-bone steaks and Haagen-Dazs ice cream and stuff.
Because they've become this like tax haven, so they get all this capital rushing in.
Yeah, but that was pre-NFT stuff. They've been a tax haven, right?
Sure. Yeah. The NFT stuff is part of this tax haven thing.
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, being a tax haven, though, doesn't... It's not a...
It doesn't trickle down?
It doesn't trickle
what?
down. Yeah, not
Wait,
like they
you're
say
telling me it
does.
doesn't trickle down?
It doesn't trickle down,
what the
folks.
hell? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You know what I was thinking about the next Avatar? Here's the thing, dude. Okay. Sure. Okay, the humans show up, and they're fucking everything up. They're coming, they're destroying things.
Yeah.
You know what would be really scary?
What?
Humans come, and they start selling something to one group of Na'vi that they really want and need. And suddenly they have allies.
Yeah. That would be more complicated.
That would actually be a harder enemy to defeat. Suddenly, there's a Na'vi who are like, well, we're getting this thing.
We have Coke Zero. Yeah.
Yeah, we have Coke Zero, and we're addicted to it. Or we're getting these like machines that are helping us do our thing. And suddenly you have Na'vi fighting each other.
Yeah.
That would be much harder. Or the humans are like, we're just posted up here. Just let us be here. And over the course of many hundreds of years, they sort of expand rather than in this one concussed. You know what I mean? Because that's really the problem is that they're kind of coming in and they're not winning over hearts and minds.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's where the movie needs to kind of go if it's really going to be a good.
Totally.
If it's really going to be a good commentary.
They show them PlayStation 5s.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Well, the Na'vi use technology like machine guns. And
Well,
they
they've
use
like
the walkie-talkies.
Yeah, well, because that's the shit that the humans left behind.
But they use them because they're like, well, this is useful. We'll adopt this into our thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So presumably there's other things that they could adopt from human life that, besides just weapons, that they might have interest in. Like mid-century modernist furniture, you know?
Balenciaga.
Yep.
I want to see the fan art of Navi like dripped out.
Yeah. They have the
Wearing
new
the ACGs,
yeah.
That would be kind of. I haven't seen that.
We haven't seen
like
that,
dripped out Navi art.
Yeah. There's a Navi that's a hype beast that doesn't want to fight.
I want to see that on like on ArtStation or one
well,
of those
it's funny.
websites.
It's funny that also that they, for the avatars that are humans who are inside the Navi bodies, they wear like marine gear.
Yeah.
And they like chew gum and they have like Oakley sunglasses.
Yeah, and they have like
stuff.
crew cuts. One of them has a crew cut.
One of them has a crew cut. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, then Oakley's made
bigger Oakleys.
Bigger Oakleys for Navi. Like
Yeah.
they made a line that's for
So there's
Navi.
got to be at least a couple cardboard boxes filled with Navi Oakleys.
Totally.
And they're like, we got to unload these.
Yeah.
Some of the Navi got to have some use for these
exactly.
Oakleys.
Which suggests there's other clothing that they're making out there for Navi.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I'm definitely confused about what Earth is like.
Right.
Is it destroyed or
they
is it
say
like
in the beginning,
some shit?
it's like a wreck or something like that.
But there's
It's
enough
bad.
shit to make these huge
I know.
ships and stuff like that.
I know. And you'd think, well, that's not true. I was going to say, you'd think they have all that complex military technology. They'd also figure out other things, sort of like how to live sustainably on the planet or healthcare or things like that. But I think America proves precisely that that's not the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can move on from Avatar.
Move on from Avatar. Yep. Okay. Well, if you know any more about the Andrew Callaghan stuff,
yeah.
any updates,
Any updates?
any personal experiences that could confirm or deny,
Sure.
let us know.
Yeah, if you're in the chat, you know, you can always contribute things you want to know.
That's how Raisin Man is going to go viral. Is like one day we're gonna like break
A story.
Yeah, it'll
Well,
be
that's-
sort of like Seth Simons.
Well,
and
it's like when I broke the Kave story. I was like, everyone's gonna hate me for this. I don't think anybody listened to that.
No.
Nobody listened to
They were
it.
like, "Who's Kave?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. I also kind of swept it under the rug. I didn't like advertise it too much, but because you can just be like, extra, I got the scoop. But I was
Yes.
like, I don't really want to like
Yes.
be canceling anybody.
Right.
So
Right.
So I didn't talk too much about it. What do you think would be our scoop?
I don't know. I would hope it would be for a good thing. Like-
Sarah got a new job.
Sarah got a new job.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's Sarah's birthday.
Yeah.
He broke the Sarah's birthday story. Yeah. No, like we discovered a new natural like resource, or like an energy source that is like infinite and doesn't pollute the environment, and we were the ones that kind of broke it or something.
Yeah, that would be kind of fire. Have you seen the can I show you something?
Show me something.
Have you seen this new Velma TV show? Man, you know, I always do the show and then right after we're done, I'm like, fuck, should have talked about that. And I'm trying to think if anything kind of like dope or interesting artistically that would be like germane to the kind of wheelhouse of the podcast. Something about New York or art in New York.
No, I barely live here.
I know. Are you?
I live in my room, but that will all change soon.
You're working so hard, dude.
Yeah. I only do that, really.
How are you
then I have
doing
to,
that?
Like, answer emails and
How are you
occasionally do
working
other
so
stuff.
hard? You're working like 24 hours a day.
No. I mean, I sleep and stuff.
Okay.
And I make time to eat and things like that. But yeah, I'm on a crazy schedule. Like I have to get these done by mid-February.
Why do you have a deadline at all?
Because Dave was like, that's the deadline. He's like, I want to get them out before then. And
I want to see him enforce it, though. Let him enforce it.
Yeah. No, he won't do anything if I don't do it. But then I was like, well, I want to get them done. The sooner they get done, the better anyways for me. So
let me just do 12-hour days every single day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, I don't know. I think he'll be fine. I mean, there's nice to have periods where you're like working hard.
Yeah.
It can be nice. Again, as I said to Gabby, it's a privilege to be able to sort of kind of tune a lot of stuff out and just do one thing.
Yeah, it's true. Tune out the news.
Tune out the news. I don't read the news anymore. I barely know what's going on.
They had us January 6th in Brazil yesterday.
Yes, I heard. Yes.
I don't know how it kind of came out.
Dude, they can't steal our shit like that.
I know, they're jacking our swag.
Yeah, we did that first, and we did it good.
Oh my grande, January 6th to mundo.
Jack it out. Yeah.
January 16.
January 16. I'm in the Capitolinho. Check it out. I'm smoking. I don't know. Now I sound like Werner Herzog. Yeah. I'm smoking Zaza inside the Capitol.
Bro, they even had... Do you remember in January 6th, they had a guy with a buffalo headdress, and he was like painted an American flag color. Yeah. They called him the MAGA shaman or the...
That's so cool.
Or the something shaman. Do you remember this guy?
Yeah, I remember he was
There
hot.
was a fucking one in Brazil.
Really?
Wait, yeah, there was a dude just like that. Wait.
It's so fucked up because we elected Trump first and then they elected Bolsonaro after, right? So it was already like Bolsonaro was like jacking our swag.
True. Check it out. You're not going to believe this, but they got one. They got a fucking Brazilian. Well, this is in PolitiFact. Oh. No, okay. Never mind. It says, these pictures are from a rally by Bolsonaro supporters on September 2021. What the fuck? I'm a little tired. Wait, but I'll show the picture anyways. But it's definitely evocative. Let's see. I'm watching a vid. Can I bring it up? You see it? But that's not from yesterday. That's just a different rally.
That's a different guy. That's a Native American guy.
That's right. Yeah. So, but still, I mean, the point stands. They are jacking our swag. I don't know if it worked. I mean, did they coup the government? Has the government been couped?
I don't know.
Let's see. Brazilian coup. Coup. Oh.
The capital. That, honestly...
Failed coup. It failed.
It failed.
It says bottles, glass, bullets inside the wreckage of Brazil's failed coup. It's failed. It failed, ladies and gentlemen. We're breaking it here in Raisin Man. Beep, 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 beep. It failed.
Coups down there.
Yeah.
That's coup central. South America.
But it should have been the military. Instead, it was this kind of bourgeois conservative class.
Yes.
And that's also something we exported. It's kind of impotent sort of bourgeois politics.
Yeah.
You know, if the military had gotten in there, they could have done it.
Those people get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could do a junta. They look around, they get into a circle and they're like, "Do you guys want to do a junta?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said, "No, not this time."
Yeah. They're like, we got it.
Yeah. The Brazilian capital looks so cool.
I know.
Brasilia.
It looks. Yeah, it's like it looks like an airport.
I know. It's awesome. Like, I would just go down there. I would riot just to check out those buildings and stand on top of them. You know, it's really cool.
You know, there was this picture of a guy selling cotton candy, and everyone was showing and being like, "This is so funny." During the fucking storming of the Capitol, there was a guy selling cotton candy, and it's funny because when January 6th happened in Argentina, people kept sharing this sort of viral photo where basically outside of soccer games, they sell, and also at protests, they sell choripan, which is this like street food, which is like sausage and bread. It's like a sausage sandwich.
Okay. And
it's sort of like this ubiquitous thing at like mass gatherings that there's a guy who sets up a grill and just sells choripan.
Okay.
And when January 6th happened, Argentinians kept sharing it being like, photoshopping a guy setting up a grill with choripanes and being like, like I set up the grill, guys, like don't worry about it. Being like, wouldn't it be funny if that happened in Argentina? It would instantly be sort of like co-opted by our sort of third world, like or like third rate, like mass politics sort of culture where you got a guy selling street food, like taking advantage of this like dangerous moment, or this moment that's like where democracy stands in question. And so they were like, wouldn't it be funny if that was what was happening? And then you see the Brazilian one, it's like, indeed, you got that guy there who's like, I'm just gonna sell the fucking cotton candy. So I just thought, oh, it's true.
It is true. Do you it's funny because like that doesn't seem to me to be that crazy
that there would be a guy selling. No, I mean, was there one where people selling shit on January 6th? Selling T-shirts, maybe?
Probably, yeah. I mean, even so, it was still like even the people actually storming the thing were like, they were just like going live on Facebook.
Yeah,
you're
right.
And like smoking weed and being like, yo, I'm in the...
like I'm sitting on Nancy Pelosi's chair.
Yeah, it was already that kind of churipan vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess it's the whole world. The whole world's gone mad.
Yes. You don't need to have your sort of the South American bourgeois chip on your shoulder about being from a third world country,
Yeah, you're right about that. I would have found it quite moving to see choripanes sold at January 6th. I would have been like, these guys,
they're keeping it. Maybe they have a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it was a failed coup. The violent attacks on Brazil's government was months in the making. Here's what you need to know. What I need to know. What do I need to know? I don't need to know anything.
Was Bolsonaro part of their military or no?
I have no clue. But now he's in the hospital.
With COVID?
No, the thing is, like, he got stabbed in the stomach.
Yeah.
So everyone's always clowning on him, like the man who goes the most to the hospital.
Yeah.
But part of it is that he got stabbed in the stomach, and that has created complications that's why he has blockages in his intestines.
Poor guy.
I know, that made me I was like laughing at him, but then I was like, oh man, yeah, like that is kind of
stomach
rough.
Problems. Now that's a thing we can all relate
That's
to.
something I can absolutely.
Yes.
Oh my God. Bolsonaro's a 10, but he has IBS.
Yeah. Yep.
He's a hot girl with IBS.
Yeah. No, that is tough. I saw a guy selling cotton candy at the Brazilian January 6th. I wouldn't want to be all sticky storming a capital. That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to be like, get out of here, like pointing a gun at someone and be like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. And there's like pink like stains all over your mouth.
On your mustache of cotton candy. Yeah.
And your fingers are all like, blue. Yeah.
They're making that little noise when something's
on your knees. On your fucking knees.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Brazil, based on those pictures, do they still have the same like military tactical gear culture
as in America
that the right wing
let's take
in
a look.
America have?
Let's take a look.
Or
no, everybody's like wearing like
kind of Palestinian sort of bandana over the face.
Everybody's wearing like yellow. Everyone's wearing colors. No, I'm not seeing a lot of. I mean, these are the people who were outside. I don't know who was inside or if everyone's wearing T-shirts and flags wrapped around them. I'm not getting any pictures of tactical guys. Neo-fascist. President tours scene of riot and orders federal something. No, I mean, no, not. If there were tactical guys, they're not really heavily featured in these photos. It looks mostly like regular ass people wearing. You know what? Honestly, it's making me think about when I was in Argentina. We were celebrating the World Cup. Maybe they were like, we didn't get to do one, so they're like, let me just put on a Brazil shirt and just kind of while out. Yeah, no, everybody just looks kind of regular. The only people with tactical gear is the police, which I heard did not put up too strong of a resistance.
Uh-oh.
However, a part of me thinks whether there's also, I don't know. I'm sure that they like Bolsonaro. and that they're not good. But also, I wonder if there is a thing behind like, all right, we're just going to let you kind of do what you want to do. Because if we like fight you, it's going to get worse. Like, we're just kind of going to let you tucker yourself out.
Yeah.
You know, if I start like fighting you, it's going to be like actual violence. It's going to break out. Whereas if I let you like break a window, you'll just like, you'll feel like, oh, cool, I got to break the window, and then you'll leave, you know?
Yeah.
Could be something like that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I was reminded of in the 2020 like Black Lives Matter stuff when we were like everyone was marching every day, you know. You'd go out and you just march, and then sometimes the cops would be like, "No, you just got to like turn the corner here." And then everyone would be like, "Okay." And then you just like turn and you like then you just keep walking along that street. And it was like tough. Yeah, sometimes they were doing that tactic of like, we'll just tire these people out, have them like...
Totally. No, I remember the first time we went out, I was like at one of those, we were going to break curfew, and I was like, fuck, it's about to go down.
Yeah.
And then curfew started, and then people just walked for like an extra hour.
Yeah.
The cops didn't do anything, and then they were just like, okay, I guess we're not, this is it. And then they went home.
Yeah.
And I was like, they kind of, this was reverse psychology.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
They should have let us burn the bridge, the Washington,
Mm-hmm.
I mean the Manhattan Bridge down, you know?
Yeah. Burn down the Brooklyn Museum. I've never really liked any of the
Art
things
there.
they show there. It's never so interesting.
Yes.
It's like a lame version of the Met.
It's true. It's true. I would go into the Apple store in downtown Brooklyn
and
smash the windows
and
there.
Once you smash one window, you smash the whole thing.
Bro, that whole thing's coming down.
The whole thing's a window.
Yeah.
Talk about, imagine this. Here's my concept for the building. One window.
Yes.
The whole building, a window.
Yes.
Jeez Louise.
Yes. I'd go to BAM and jump behind the popcorn counter.
Someone's saying I got kettled and arrested on curfew charges in LA in 2020. So I guess tactics vary. It's true. We did have friends who got kettled in the on the bridge.
Yeah.
So tactics do vary.
It's night by night. I feel like the NYPD really wised up in Occupy.
What did they wise up to?
I just remember like the beginning of Occupy. It was the first time I remember that like a real, like an entire police force was really being like blasted onto the internet all the time. And there was all these crazy videos of police acting like, I mean, you know, terrorizing people. And then I think the NYPD like had a huge, essentially makeover after
And
Occupy.
they became good?
No, they didn't become good.
You're telling me they became good?
But the NYPD, like, I think they're really, unlike other police forces in other cities, they're way more like media trained, I think, than... and used to being filmed.
Even in LA, the land of movies?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I'm now talking about something I don't know a lot about, but I wouldn't be surprised if the NYPD like pioneered a bunch of sort of like riot tactics that have then been exported to other cities. Because I just remember the stuff happening in St. Louis in Black Lives Matter in 2016. And it was stuff that I was like, wow, this police force. I mean, granted, yeah, all the demographics, the different demographics are obviously part of it. But I was like, this police force is doing stuff, getting caught on camera doing stuff that I think the NYPD would be like, way more reluctant to try and do.
Yeah, but could be.
No, I mean, look, the NYPD gets caught doing stuff on camera all the time. That's bad, but I get the sense they're like they're just more like.
No, I feel you.
Trained.
I mean, that was my feeling when we went out. It was like I thought it was going to be like really easy to get cops to be like assholes and be pissed off, and it was actually like they were kind of.
Right.
They were like a little more hidden.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I guess the Patriots are in control in Brazil, by which I mean the social democrat government of Lula da Silva.
Yes. Not the New England Patriots.
No.
Which
what if
sick?
it's like we got to bring in the Patriots?
Bill Belichick's down there.
That would be kind of sick. If you were saying that football needs to get more into politics, what if football teams could do a coup?
Yeah.
You know, because they're pretty strong and they kind of like they know how to get a ball across the, you know.
That's true. That's true.
Touchdown line. I'm sure they could get a gun down to the Capitol.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. I'm sure they could get the Amazon rainforest down. Cut down.
Cut it down. I thought you were gonna say they could fight loggers. They could run a tight defensive play on logging companies.
Brother, they could pretty much do anything they wanted. You think of a thing, they could do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I'm feeling like we're kind of at the last stretch, and so the last stretch is usually when we like to hit the most interesting topic.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about Velma, but hold on. God damn it. Just something from my bank. I was going to talk about Velma, but then I decided not to. It just looks lame, that's all. They made this remake of Velma.
You should talk about how Simpletown got a bank account.
That is kind of what this is. I got Simpletown a bank account because we incorporated, and then I was.
We incorporated, so now we can be referred to as Big Simpletown.
Yeah, Simpletown Inc.
Big Simpletown Inc. is pulling the strings of Brooklyn comedy, and we have a boardroom and everything.
Yeah, yeah, we got a bank account, but now but you got to have a minimum amount of money in the bank account.
Yeah. Oh.
It's just like I don't know if I can.
Yeah. The minimum's $2,000.
Too much. We don't even have that amount of money.
Way more than the money we're operating with.
The lady was like, "How much money do you think you're gonna make a year?" And I just wanted to be like, "If we're lucky, $5,000." But I told her like, I think I said like 20,000, which is not what Simpletown makes at all.
Yeah.
But we can make it our business to make that kind of money.
Yeah.
Somehow.
She was like, you should make it your business to make that kind of money.
Yeah. We could do a big fundraiser show. We're trying to raise $2,000 so that we don't get charged fees on this bank account we opened.
I know my feeling about fundraiser shows, maybe I'm wrong about this, is people do fundraising shows for such noble causes.
That to do one for something like
broadcast
a bank account.
that you're doing it so that you can like take a trip to another country or like pad out your bank account is like just insane.
It's true, but you know, you're just upfront about what it is, and then people can choose to give it or not. You know,
people will be like, "Oh, I'll pay $30 instead of $10 for this."
Well, you know, it's like you need the money, right? We need the money to go to London or whatever. We could be like, "Yo, this is what we need money for. You can show up, or you can just not show up." But this is what we're trying to raise money for.
Someone could be like, "Cause would cause people to show up."
No. People could be, they could be indifferent to it. You're saying like there's something shameful about asking for money for something like a trip, and then people are like, "How dare you raise money for a trip when people are raising money for other stuff?" And it's like, well, that's what I need money for. Right now.
I mean, you could need money for all kinds of stuff. I guess I would just be like, "We're doing a show. Please come," and you come because you want to see good comedy. Not because the cause is particularly
sure noble. So you wouldn't even foreground the cause.
Yes, I would only foreground the cause if it was a just one.
A just cause.
Yes.
The ends justify the means.
And I would only fight in a war if it was a just war.
Correct.
Yes.
Like the Navi war against the humans.
That's right.
A just war.
And the place for a noble man in an ignoble society is prison.
Who said that?
I think that was Walt Whitman. No.
Walter White?
Walter White. It was Heisman. No, what's his name?
Fuck. I haven't seen the show, but I know what you're talking about. What do they call him?
What do they call him?
What do they fucking call him?
Hydro Man.
Heidegger?
They call him Heidegger.
What do they call him? Heisenberg.
Thank you, Carly.
No, wait. What was I going to say? Wait, okay. I want Simple Town to start doing a monthly. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah.
What to talk about it on the podcast?
Yeah. No. Let's talk about it. Should we do a monthly or not?
Yeah, we put it out to the 12 listeners right now. Should we do a monthly? Man, we really lost listeners there during that little conversation about.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Monthlies are it's just hard to get all of your friends, to come to something like that. I think that's tough.
Yeah, it's the conversation we're always having.
Yeah.
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 Is it friends? Is it fans? Do you build the friends? Do you build the fans? We fall on different sides.
Yeah.
We've talked about it.
Do you build a friend from 1,000 little fans?
Yeah.
Into one big friend. Yes. Would you rather have one big friend or 10 regular-sized fans?
I like that. Bringing back an old stand-up bit. That's your old stand-up bit.
Yes.
I went to see this movie called Chronopolis yesterday, and it was this French animated film about a world where people are making time. It was like kind of abstract, and it was this little guy.
They're making time?
Yeah, like it's kind of an abstract concept. Like they create time, and then there's these overlords, and it's all about shapes moving around, and then there's this little guy in like little harlequin pants. It's like hammering at a wall, and then he creates this ball. I'm not even paraphrasing. This is literally what he creates this white ball, and then he falls in love with the ball, and he's like hugging it and kissing the ball. But the ball is supposed to. It's like a factory that creates these balls, and the balls like represent time or something. I don't know, but why did I bring it up? Because he's kind of cute. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see him. He's like,
because he's kind of cute.
He's kind of cute. He's flying around, and I just, you just said
that's what we would do at the monthly show. Guys.
Yeah, he kind of floats around. There's one point where he kind of starts floating up into the sky, and he doesn't seem to like control what he's doing. He's just kind of like flailing, but it's just cute to watch him kind of circle around. And so I was just imagining one of our fans being something like that.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
No, our fans wouldn't do something like that.
Yeah.
They're not silly like that.
That's
okay,
true.
Felipe?
Our fans are serious.
It's funny sometimes when you see a cartoon and you're like, oh, I was watching a cartoon last night and I was like, oh yeah, that's a kind of hair you could draw. And it never occurred to me that you could have that kind of hair. But I should use that for a
like
character.
When you see anime?
Yeah. Or not anime, another kind of cartoon. But just like
Timmy Turner and the Fairly Odd Parents.
Like Timmy Turner and the Fairly Odd Parents, yeah. It's just when you animate and then you watch other animations, you're like, oh yes, that is how people's, that is a style of haircut people have. I should put that in my animation.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's what's nice about watching animation. You're kind of accruing different
yes,
tropes and different things.
Yes.
This is what I wanted to show you. Actually, I will show it to you.
Oh,
Velma thing?
That person's Puerto Rican.
That's right.
I could make a Puerto Rican person.
I hadn't thought about putting a Puerto Rican person.
I never thought of a Puerto Rican person.
But I was watching. This is just a little. I tweeted about this, but this is just like a little formal thing. But you seen this? The new Velma cartoon?
No.
So they made this opening video for it. I'll just show you the video.
Show me the video.
So it's like a sort of.
Velma is, who is she again?
She's in Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo, okay. Right.
She goes Jinkies.
Yeah.
But Mindy Kaling made a remake of it where she's in high school and it's kind of her body. It's kind of sexual.
Whoa. Mindy Kaling did that?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I just learned you intend to make a genre-bending comedic origin story of Judy Jetson. When I heard this new version of Judy Jetson wouldn't be boy crazy, the only word I had to describe my disgust is jinkies. If there is one thing the internet agrees on, it's that you should never change anything ever. I hope you die. Sincerely, Velma. Well, at least Judy's still white. Unknown caller. Spooky. Hello? Velma Dinkley speaking.
Hello, Velma. Do you like solving mysteries?
Yeah, but I'm actually much more three-dimensional than that. Who is this?
That's the mystery. Then solve it quick, because I'm in your house.
A serial killer calling from inside my house? Yes, that's a classic, and that's my point. Why
She's brown.
the classics all still work, right?
Yeah.
Wait, you're inside my house?
Whoa. Is that Mindy Kaling's voice?
I think so. So there you
She
go.
died.
Well, I think
that
that's just for the trailer. But just my point, honestly, it's just, I mean, yeah, Carly's like, this is very up its own ass. It absolutely is. But I wanted to actually make another point. Just, I was like really fixated on this, but like, okay, look at her sweater.
Uh-huh.
Do you see how many, so this is supposed to be atmospheric. I actually think the backgrounds are quite pretty.
Inside the animator's mind portion of the podcast.
I find these backgrounds quite pretty, and I don't think this is how, the show probably doesn't look like this because it's too slick, there's too much stuff in it. But you see like, look at her sweater. It has 4 different colors. It has the sweater color, then it has a highlight color, then it has a dark color, and then it has a rim light of blue on the left. On the right, I mean. Mm-hmm. That's just too many. You could tell the story with just 2 colors.
You hear that, folks? This is kind of interesting. But Felipe said the whole television show probably doesn't look like that because there's too much stuff in the background, which you might think, why would too much stuff make it so that they couldn't do it? And it's because of the labor. It
would be too much labor, especially the shadows. I think cartoon shows don't often have this many shadows. It's just extra stuff. But even in this one, they're really trying to go all out. And I'm just like, it's killing, like there's just too many values on this. And so as an example of like how it can look a lot better is I was looking at like in anime, like all you need is just 2 values.
2 values.
You see this?
Yep.
This is like extremely atmospheric and feels great, you know, and the colors are affected by the temperature of the light. Whereas in this image, her sweater is not affected by the temperature of the light. It's like a bright yellow. Like we see all these greens and blues, and for some reason this is bright yellow. It has a highlight, and it's like just do 1 highlight color, 1 dark color, and then I'm like, it just sells the atmosphere way more.
Yeah,
it's over rendered, and it really frustrates me because.
Wow, that frustrated you.
Yeah, I was just like, this is true about all American animation, is that it's just like over too much. It's not even like well done, but it's just like over, everything is too smooth. Characters are moving constantly. It's just like pare it down. Like just be decisive about one thing. Don't have, just because you have a million things.
This, I wouldn't describe this as indicative to me maybe of American animation in the sense that I'm like, oh, no television shows actually look this sort of like.
No, this is just for the ad.
Yes.
This is just for this trailer. So it's true. No, they don't look this worked over. But like at first it's kind of nice because you think like, oh, it's so pretty and like atmospheric. But then you look closer and it's like, oh, this just needs to be way, I don't know. It just kind of annoys me.
And there's a glow effect.
There's a glow effect, and she's got a green light around her head that's like not the same light that's hitting her body, and then her arm is being hit by the green light. You know, it's like, I don't know. I find this to be representative of a kind of American TV animation that I'm like really annoyed by.
Yeah, don't make this mistake if you're listening out there and you are at the head of an American television corporation.
And Simeon's saying Evangelion is an outlier too. A lot of anime looks as bad as this, Velma. It's true. There's a lot of overly rendered anime. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. I just thought I'd share that with you because I know you're thinking a lot about animation.
I think that's interesting. What I sometimes do is in Animate, when I want to get a color right, I'll take it and I'll do the eyedropper, and I'll hover over a thing, over like a background, and then I'll be like, click on that background, and then I'll fill in that my character with that color at like 10% opacity or something like that over whatever the character's original color is, and it actually like blends them into the environment.
Yeah, that's really smart.
Yeah,
that's good thinking. I think that's really smart, Sam.
Thanks, Felipe.
Kudos for figuring that out. Well, we're done.
We're done, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. Oh, wait, is there something to plug?
Check out Carly's stand-up video, and
no, there's nothing to plug.
Nothing to plug yet. If you're in London, get ready for us to come in a month and a half, 2 months, because we'll be there doing some shows.
All right, everybody. Bye.
Bye.